So today, man, we're going to talk about something that, I'd written it a while back and kind of got away from it. But I see it happen all the time. I see it happen in the gym. I see it happen with those people who get into sales, because I'm in the sales industry. So I see it with new salespeople, but I see it with seasoned salespeople who come to the altar. And they come to the altar and they say, oh, God, I'm not the salesperson I once was, and I want to start over. So they start over, but then they quickly grow frustrated. If this is you, man, in any area of your life, you start something and then the results aren't happening fast enough and then you give up, I think you're going to want to stick around and tune into this episode. If you're not dealing with that, you're probably going to deal with it at some time or another. So be sure and stick around. So it's about always chasing the effort, sometimes the results. Always chase the effort, sometimes the results. How many times have you set a goal, and maybe the goal is what I was just talking about, changing your lifestyle, starting a new job, just whatever it is to improve your life, and you found yourself obsessing over the results. And when you're obsessing over it, what happens? The results don't come fast enough. They get weak. They get wobbly. They don't come at all. And then you end up quitting. But here's the thing, man. Results, they can be elusive. They take time. What doesn't take time, what is instant, is your effort. Instant gratification, as a matter of fact. It's your effort. Which is why I say, chase the effort, sometimes the results. You got to think of your effort as your ride or die, man. That's your loyal companion, like your dog. My next dog I get, man, I'm going to name him Effort. And the cat I get, I'm going to name him Results. Because cats are unpredictable, right? They're just all over the place. You just never know. That's the same thing with what results are. So you got to think of your effort, man, as your most loyal companion. It'll never sell you out because it's always going to be there on your journey to success. So your effort are these daily non-negotiables, these small, consistent actions that you take every single day. This is the brick that I always talk about. Lay the brick. These are the things. Your effort is what you can control. You have no control over the results. How much or when? You have no control over it. You can influence it, and the only way that you can influence it is through your daily effort. So when you chase the effort and not the results, you're cutting out the negotiations. You're just committing to a process, a journey that you're just incrementally improving. This is why I just say, lay the brick, man. When I was trying to get my life back in order, I just said, hey, here's a few things I have to do every single day. This is the time that I can do it in. And I just checked the box. Lay the brick. Did you do that? I don't feel like going to do it. Lay the brick. Do it. Boom, boom, boom. And I just went from box to box to box. So let's talk about the pitfalls real quick about being solely results driven. This is what happens. And we can all squeeze the steering wheel hard as you're listening to this. Laugh while you're on the treadmill and you're like, it ain't working. So think about this. You're up at 5 a.m. You're hitting the gym. You're eating clean. You cut out all the bad habits. You do the 30-minute speech to all of your friends. No, man, I'm not drinking anymore. I'm not smoking anymore. I'm not going to do this, that, and the other. Well, how come, man? Just one drink? Man, you don't want to eat a world-class pizza? You don't even want to do that no more, man? And then you wade through all those things. Don't you hate those? It's like anytime you want to change your life, people are quick in your face to try to tempt you to get off track. Why would you do that? Like, why? Why not just support it? But they do that because they're not interested in doing it for themselves. So it's the crabs in a bucket. They'd rather pull you down to their level than, God forbid, and they don't really mean to. You're just not going to be like them anymore. And when you make a stance and they can't break through that commitment by waffling by getting off track, even for a night, man. This is that chasing the effort I'm talking about. But anyway, so you do all that. You eat clean. You get up early. You hit all the workouts. You go to bed early. You're tired. You're sore. And at the end of the week, nothing. It's like the scale didn't even move. As a matter of fact, the scale went north. It's like it went the other direction. And, dude, all of that hard work, all of the sacrifices, where you see the guy who can eat anything and he just stays rocked up. Don't you hate people like that? The skinny guys who can just smash platters. I can look at a platter and be like, bloop. So this is what happens, man. You get all frustrated. You make these sacrifices. You work a process. You do exactly as you're told, and it doesn't work. But here's a different perspective. Instead of putting your identity, and that's what we do, our self-worth is in the results. Instead of putting your identity in the results, identify the question of, did I check the boxes today? Just today. Not the whole week. Not last week. Not how much longer. Did I check the box? 3 to 5. I have 6. I talk about this all the time. What are the things that bring the most impact? And I would challenge you to say it would be waking up at a set time, not just when you happen to wake up. No, wake up at a set time. Read at least for 10 minutes. I love to do random reading in the morning, a random book. That way it primes my mind to get ready to write. And this is where you empty your thoughts to clarify your thinking. So that way you're emptied out and receive a brand new day. And then you go work out. That would be the 4 things I would tell you to do. You get those things done, that's an automatic win. You just won 4 times, but it's compounded over time. And you won. You won the day. No matter how the day ends, you already won it, man. So that's what chasing the effort is. So you identify, did I check the box today? Did I hit the checkpoints? Don't worry about the results. Don't even pay attention to them right now until is my time frame. And you got to tell yourself that. I weigh every day. I weigh in every day. And I did it when I was fat, and I do it now. I just like to know. Some people don't want to know. I like to know. That's the first thing I do when I get up in the morning. I go right to the scale. Because to me, this is how I interpret it, is it's an indication of what I did in the days past. Sometimes yesterday, sometimes in many days past. So it's an indicator for me on areas that I need to tighten up with, like the chocolate rice cakes. I had to get rid of them as I was smashing a half a bag at a time because they're only 60 calories, smashing them. So chasing the effort it's about setting those 3 to 5 daily tasks, I like to call checkpoints, and you meet them without negotiating. This is what I like about a process, a simple one. That's why I want to simplify your day to maximize your life. These are simple things that I just go from box to box to box, so they don't leave any room for the negotiation. And I just do it day after day, over and over and over again. This way, your intensity is going to move along with your consistency. So the more consistent you are, you put these things in, then your intensity is naturally going to raise anyway because you're competing with the most important person in your life, and that's you. Now, there are going to be times where you should chase the results. That's why I say always chase the effort, sometimes the results. The results, you start chasing the results when you got a hot hand going. And dude, you are piss and vinegar. Everything is coming together for you. Life is beautiful. Everything is working. Okay? Not everything worked, past tense. Actually, yes, everything worked. So what you're seeing right now is a manifestation of everything that you've done in weeks prior. Don't get it twisted. It's not what you're doing now. It's what you've been doing that is hit ahead. And now you got a hot hand going. You got a winning shoe, like casino terms. Those cards they deal out of are called shoes. I live in a casino town. That's why I'm talking about it. So, but occasionally there will be a cold shoe, and the whole table goes cold, and everybody's losing. That's what happens. But while it's going good, chase the results. Okay? These are the times, man, where you actually increase your intensity even more, like 10x. I hate to say that because it seems so cliche, but you really rapidly increase and you try other things, man. You stick to the core, but if things are going so well for you that you're playing to win and not to lose. And so you're riding that confidence high until it doesn't go anymore. And then your confidence starts to wobble and wane. And then your hot hand, you see it's starting to end. This is when you've got to immediately flip back. Get away from the narrative of why this isn't working. This is BS. Here's my excuses. Here's all the reasons what's working against me. Cut all that out. When the results start to dry up for you, you'll feel it. You'll know it. Flip back. Shut the narrative off, flip back, and chase the effort again. The effort will never let you go wrong. It won't, because it's got nothing to do with an end point. It's just something that's evolving. So I just chase the effort. Did I click the boxes today? How did I handle each box? Did I win the decision? Did I give any of my results back? In other words, you do well all day long, but then you get to the end of the day and you cave to the crave and you gave all of your hard work back. Don't do that. So always chase the effort. And the results, they're just going to be a natural outcome to your dedication. They're going to come when they need to come. And this mindset, commitment to effort over the results, it's not just about strategy, man. It's not just about the thing that you're dealing with right now. It's relevant in every area of your life, because this is the thing, this kind of mindset, always chase the effort, sometimes the results. This is what's going to keep you growing. This is what's going to cut out that narrative, get you out of the piss tank, get you out of the crab bucket, and you'll always be moving forward. All right? So let's get out of here. What meant the most to you in this episode? What bubbled up to the top? Love to hear from you. Look, these words aren't mine, okay? I've just been gifted with the ability to communicate these things. I've been blessed to be able to have the communication skills and the creativity to be able to share not only things that I've learned, but also things that we're all dealing with. This is why I get behind the mic, because I know if I'm going through something, then someone somewhere is. And it may not be on episode 799, but it could be on episode 143. And you go to 143, but you wouldn't have 143 if it wasn't there. So I put them all in there, and whichever ones work for you, great. I hope it helps you. The ones that don't, I understand. It wasn't for you. That's cool. But I only talk about things that stick to my soul, that really resonate with me, and that I want to share with you as well. All right? So as we always end, keep it simple, keep it moving, never settle, stay tough. Peace.